Today, I will be doing a video on The Outside Story. A man gets locked out of his apartment because he forgot his keys while tipping a food delivery guy, and ends up running into several adventures while trying to get back into his house. And along the way, he gets to know his next door neighbors. The movie follows a man who recently broke up with his girlfriend. He feels down while she's moving out. He gets locked out while trying to meet a deadline with a project, and time is running out. So he will do almost anything to get back inside. This was such a fun movie to watch. I loved the humor, I loved the setting. The Brooklyn neighborhood this takes place in is breathtaking. This movie is colorful and so pleasing to the eye. The apartments are gorgeous, and it upsets me that I will most likely never be able to afford living here. Brian Henry, who is the lead, is usually a supporting character in whatever I've seen him in. It was nice to see him play someone who the story is centered around. He really can carry a movie. He's very talented and likable. He does a great job in several awkward situations with other people, mainly his upstairs neighbor and the levels he goes to try and get back into his apartment. I liked that it wasn't over the top, it was very realistic. Like, what would you do if you forgot your keys and your landlord couldn't get you in a timely manner? And your landlord did not want you to get a locksmith. What would you actually do? And as much as I am very involved with social justice when it comes to race, I am glad it didn't get too dark with the fact that we're dealing with a black man trying to break into his own house. That in itself could have ended in disaster, but they do a good job hinting at racial stuff with the cops at the end, but it never brings the mood down. It's a pretty lighthearted movie. And it feels refreshing because I feel like there aren't too many lighthearted movies with a black lead that isn't corny. I loved that this showcases black love. I was really worried it would be interracial or LGBT nonsense. Not that I have anything against either of those, but it is rare. Or I wouldn't even say rare. I never see a normal relationship between a black woman and a black man. Promoting black love that is functional seems like a threat in the industry. The closest we get is maybe a dark skinned man with a biracial chick, which is just as insulting. This is a quirky comedy with light drama without black dysfunction. It shows normal black people living in a nice neighborhood, and there are no stereotypes, and I want more movies like this. It did lose momentum with the old lady wanting to try online dating. She's one of the people that he gets acquainted with while trying to get back into his apartment. And there's also a little girl that he meets, and I wanted more of the little girl and her mom because I thought that story was far more interesting. But other than that, I have no complaints, and I give this an 8 out of 10. I am so excited to see more of what Brian does in the future.